Hi guys, this is Christina from $5 Fitness, and I am here to talk to you today about 7 diet myths we have all heard but should not believe. But should not believe. Here are 7 diet myths we've all heard but should not believe. Number 1, avoid carbs at all costs. There are many reasons why carbohydrates are important to include in a diet. They're one of 3 major macronutrients: carbs, fats, and proteins. And as part of a sustainable diet, you should never cut any one of these 3 components out completely. Another reason you don't want to cut carbohydrates out of your diet completely is there's this whole debate about refined carbs versus whole grains. Whole grains can actually help stabilize your blood sugar, which is desirable, and can lead to satiety, which means that you feel full, and that is desirable for weight loss. What we really want to cut out of our diet is refined carbohydrates. So anything in packaged foods, granola bars that have 50 different ingredients in them, those kind of things are what you actually would like to eliminate from your diet when you're looking for sustainable solutions towards weight loss. Fruits and vegetables are almost entirely carbohydrates, in addition to containing many vitamins and minerals that the body needs to survive. And actually, a healthy diet can include over 50% of your calories coming from carbohydrate sources. With that being said, there are of course better sources or less ideal sources you can use to fuel your body, but carbohydrates are energy. So if you are cutting carbohydrates out of your diet, you're cutting energy, vital energy that your body needs to survive and thrive. Diet myth number 2. A lot of people think that by substituting sodas and candy with sugar-free options like diet soda or sugar-free candy is a sustainable or healthy option when you're looking towards cutting calories. And in the very micro short term, yes, this is true because they have 0 calories. The reason they have 0 calories is because they contain sugar alcohols, which your body can actually not digest. I repeat, your body cannot digest sugar alcohols. So when sugar alcohols reach your GI tract, they cause all sorts of digestive havoc. Your body cannot absorb them. The idea that you're consuming no calories but still getting taste out of it is too good to be true. If it sounds too good to be true, it is. You're better off having a small amount of actual sugar, which might satiate you, versus something that tastes sweet and actually contains no calories, because your body thinks that you are starving. So that's going to make your body not release hormones that make you feel full, keep all those compounds inside and not release them. So it's actually very counterproductive to be drinking, Diet Coke and thinking it's going to fill you up. Myth number 3. You must do a juice cleanse or a scheduled detox to detoxify your body. This is clearly a myth, right? Our bodies have natural detox systems. Our liver, our kidneys, our small intestine, these things are working around the clock to maintain homeostasis within our body and to make sure that we're detoxifying ourselves of all the pollutants and the chemicals that we're consuming on a regular basis, whether we're breathing that in or whether we're eating that, right? So juice cleanses are not necessarily a bad thing. However, most experts, myself included, would dissuade you from the idea of doing a juice cleanse for weight loss. There are definitely purposes that can be fulfilled by consuming juice, but you're also taking a lot of fiber out. So fiber is something that's going to make you feel full, and our bodies were designed to eat whole foods, right? Solid foods that we can chew. There's evidence for that in our entire anatomical makeup, but even in just the teeth that we have, we're meant to be omnivores, meant to be chewing our food. So juice cleanses are not required to be healthy or to detox your body after the holidays or after a long weekend of eating whatever you want. It's just not something that your body needs. Diet myth number 4, fasting is bad for you. A lot of people think that we need 3 large round meals a day just because that's the way our society has evolved, right? We think about waking up, eating breakfast, having a lunch break right around noon, and then at dinner time, 5 p.m., the family gathers around and has a huge meal, and then we just go to sleep on it, and that's how we do things every single day. If you think about how humans have evolved, people were eating when food was readily available to them. So that was not all the time. Our bodies are well adapted over these hundreds and hundreds of thousands of years to make do without a whole lot of food. So the idea of intermittent fasting is actually quite healthy, I believe, and there's many ways to do it. In the future, we will be putting out some videos on intermittent fasting and the benefits of it, so definitely stay tuned for those. But overall, the diet myth that fasting is bad for you and bad for your body, bad for your blood sugar is simply not true. Diet myth number 5. You can eat whatever you want so long as you exercise. This is completely not true. There is no way to out-exercise a poor diet. Many of us have heard the kind of cliche saying, abs are made in the kitchen, and I'm going to give that more credibility than the idea that you can out-exercise a poor diet. It really does take two to tango here. Exercise and diet are going to walk hand in hand on the journey towards wellness and well-being, and you seeing the results that you want to see. So think about it, like a calorie is not a calorie if you're eating nothing but Twinkies, right? That's not going to be the same as eating, grilled chicken and salads, even if they equate to the same number of calories. You are not going to see the results you want, even if you are going to the gym, sadly. So a calorie is not a calorie, and we'll get into that later as well. Diet myth number 6. Sugar causes weight gain. So wait for it here. Excess of anything will cause weight gain. So we're looking at sugar as the bad guy here. Over the years, in the 80s and the 90s, it was, sugar is the culprit. Carbohydrates are the culprit when it comes to weight gain. That's why people started going on the Atkins diet and things like that. Sugar is not all created equal. I've actually heard of many people saying that they're concerned about the amount of sugar that carrots or starchy vegetables have, but then they're the same people eating ice cream and cake after dinner. I would definitely encourage you to think of fruits as healthy sugars, right? They're containing fructose, and that's something that your body needs to survive, in addition to fruits being healthy overall, containing lots of vitamins and minerals that you need. Whereas ice cream has many other ingredients that it's great to have as a treat. You shouldn't feel guilty about it at all. But when you're thinking of sugar as a bad guy, you're actually ruling out a lot of aspects of a good diet that you should be incorporating. A lot of Americans, specifically, the standard American diet, the acronym is SAD. That's for a reason. A lot of us are not getting enough fruits and vegetables as it is. So we should be thinking about what to add in as opposed to what to take out of our diet in this case. Myth number 7, focusing exclusively on caloric deficit is enough for sustainable weight loss. This is a tricky one because eating enough calories is important to keep your metabolism high. It kind of ties in with the fact that you cannot out-exercise a poor diet. You really want to make sure that you're eating enough calories so that you're not tricking your body into thinking that you're starving, right? So most people, they should not cut underneath 1,500 calories a day for sustainable weight loss. Another aspect that's important to consider here is that your body is processing everything you're eating, not really on a daily basis. It's more of a weekly basis to a 2-week basis. So just because you had your 1,700 calories one day doesn't mean that the next day you can eat whatever you want, right? Because your body is looking at that on a macro scale, seeing how much you've eaten over the course of that week or 2 weeks, and then that's where the deficit comes into play. So it's not necessarily all that important to count calories on a daily basis. Your body's processing things in a much more macro way than that. So it is important to focus on what you're eating, but counting calories alone is not enough to get you there. You want to have quality foods. You want to be nourishing your body with whole grains, fruits, vegetables, lean proteins. Focusing on the quality of the diet rather than the quantity of the calories is really where you should put that focus. These have been 7 tips on improving your diet, 7 myths that you may have heard and should not believe when it comes to nutrition. Thank you guys again for tuning in. You can check out our website at www.5dollarfitnesstraining.com. And if you are viewing this video on YouTube, first, thank you so much. And secondly, please subscribe and like this video for more of this content in the future.